Hi guys, welcome back. And today we're going to be looking at the Daicamping DL7. A huge thanks to one of my subscribers who sent this in to me from the States. Unfortunately, yet again, I can't get hold of one of these in the UK, even likes of AliExpress and everything else. These are around, I think, $30 to $40. And let me show you. So first of all, we have the nylon case, nothing too special. Belt loop on the back there. You've got the rubberized Daicamping logo, and you also have a little bit kit there. I don't know, are these double-sided bits? Yes, they are. There you go. All right, let's have a look at the tool itself. Here we are. Now, this, I believe, is a Leatherman Wave clone, or near copy, should I say. And this is a bit of a hideous colour, a bit of a diarrhea brown, but I'm not sure what other colours. I think there's black, greens, I can't remember what other colours there are. G10 handles, scales. Quite a nice looking unit so far. I have got my Leatherman Wave as a comparison. Unfortunately, I don't have the Leatherman Wave Alpha, which I think this is probably more of a copy of. As you can see, it's quite a bit fatter than the original Wave. We'll do a few sort of weight comparisons and everything else in a minute, but let's see what we've got. So, we have the serrated blade with the gut hook. It feels kind of sharp. Looks like there's like micro burrs. Might need flattening down a little bit there, but it would be perfectly serviceable. And we have the wood saw. Quite aggressive teeth on that. All liner locked. And we have, can I flick it out? Yeah. And we have the main blade there with thumb stud. It looks as though these are actually pressed in, these thumb studs. So I'm not quite sure if that's going to hamper sharpening them, especially if you want to do sort of like a 15-degree sharpen or something. I don't know. I've noticed sort of on Magna blades on the arc and all that, I need to take the thumb studs off. So that may be an issue when it comes to sharpening. But yeah, nice blade. Pretty sharp. Let's have a little go of cutting a bit of paracord. Oh yeah, nice and sharp. Okay, and we have scissors. Pretty big scissors. Ready? Oh yeah, really good scissors. Try it on the tip. Yep, definitely decent scissors, decent size. I think that's it, isn't it, on the outside? Yes. Right, okay, let's open her up. And we have the usual needle nose, standard pliers and replaceable wire cutters. Daicamping on there. And we have ruler markings in inches and centimetres. Let's have a look what we've got inside tools. Get them all out. Okay. So we have let's get all these out. Can opener with a wire stripper there. Again, micro burrs on there. It's quite easy to get rid of those. In fact, let me just see if I've got that on me. I can get rid of that whilst we're here. Come on, it's here somewhere. There we go. So these sort of little cheapo tools they're not brilliant, they're okay, but got this little diamond doodah here. Right, let's see if I can just get rid of that. Oh, wrong way. It's better, probably needs a little bit more work. Anyway, so we've got that. And we have the large flat screwdriver, maybe a light duty pry bar. And we have the micro driver. It's quite stiff to get that in and out, but you got your flat and your Phillips. As I've said in previous videos, they're cool to have, but I just think they're a bit of a waste of space, especially when you can get the equivalent sizes to go into your bit drivers nowadays. You could have just had another tool here, because it does take quite a space up there. But and also I think that having something that small on a big chassis like this is way too much torque on what you're going to be using these for. But you know, it's useful to have there, I suppose. And we also have, what's happened here? Oh, they've locked into place. We have the awl with the sewing eye, and fairly sharp edge to it there. And finally we have the file, diamond file and cross-cut file. Feels okay, and I suppose you could use that as a flat screwdriver, although I'd never recommend that on a file because they're usually quite brittle. I've noticed this a lot lately on especially Chinese multi-tools, this chrome plating. I don't like it for a few reasons, but the main reasons are that I think it takes a bit of the bite away from the cutting surface, because it sort of almost fills and smooths it out. It's almost like they've created this and then chrome plated it. And also I have on other files this chipping off, and it actually takes away, because again this diamond coating is actually placed over the chrome plating, and as soon as that chrome plating starts to chip, it comes off in chunks. So it's not great. I don't like it when they do this, and I think it might be just to help stop corrosion. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this chrome plating on files. But all these are locked in place. Just press that like that, and in she goes. And we have, what I do like about this, really nice and easy to just pull that up. Bit driver, has it got a magnet? I can't see. No, it hasn't. So it's ball detent. In we go. But yeah, decent 1/4 inch driver there. Also, you have, what is that? Is that on the micro bit driver? Yes, it is. You see this raised tang here, and that fits cleverly into the recess on the 1/4 inch bit driver. So goes in like that, and it stops your side to side wobble. Without it, it's not actually that bad at all. Actually, it feels really well made. Actually, comfortable. What's it like? Actually, is there any hot spots that I feel? No, it feels relatively comfortable. Actually, it's quite chunky. Smooth opening and closing, which I like, and obviously the pliers are nice and loose, but barely any side to side movement. Come on, focus. Why aren't you focusing for me? Yeah, so all in all, it feels like a really nice quality tool. Let's have a look at the weight of it, shall we? Get my little scales out. Turn them on. Okay, so the weight in grams is 264 grams. What's the Leatherman Wave Plus 240. So that the Plus is lighter. Not too sure with the Leatherman Wave Alpha, because I don't have one obviously, but yeah, so 264 grams, and that is 9.3 ounces as opposed to 8.5. So it's a bit of a chunker, but I really like it. I really like the, everything feels like decent quality. It's just a shame we can't easily get them in the UK for some bizarre reason. What would I change about it? Definitely the thumb stud. I'd prefer that to be removable, and some improvements, I think, to the file inside. I'm not overly keen on that. But everything else, I think, for the sort of price range of that, I think it's really good value. Yeah, I like it. It's nice. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Until next time, catch you later.